Breaking news: United States court stops Chicago University from releasing Tinubu's academic records to Atiku. Wow. So I know that the case was filed by Atiku in U.S. Court for the court to order Chicago State University to release Tinubu's academic records to him as an exhibit to be used in the court in Nigeria. And that case has dragged on to a point now that the magistrate judge has now issued the instruction and court order to the CSU to release that document immediately. But right now, we're hearing that Tinubu's lawyers in the U.S. have rushed to file a counter or an appeal against that court order to stop the CSU from releasing the Tinubu's record. So let's see what this is. The United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has placed an immediate stay on the release of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Chicago State University records to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Judge Nancy Maldonado gave the order after Tinubu pleaded severe and irreparable consequences to him, if the records are released. Recall that Tinubu, through his lawyers, had asked Ms. Maldonado to delay the order of the Judge Jeffrey Gilbert, a magistrate judge. Tinubu asked the judge to save him from suffering severe and irreparable damage by placing an emergency hold on a recent order for his university record to be released. And according to the president, the damage he would suffer would be impossible to mitigate if the order directing the release of his academic record to Atiku is not delayed or possible vacation. So ruling, the judge agreed that the matter might be too severe for Tinubu to bear and granted a stay for further argument on the matter. Can you imagine? This needs to be handled with care, Ms. Maldonado said. She gave Tinubu's lawyers until Monday to file a full brief on the matter before the court. I may ultimately adopt the magistrate's recommendation and allow the discovery to go forward, or I can ask all parties to file brief afresh, the judge added. Reacting, Atiku's lawyer said they would reply to the brief by 11 p.m. and that was last night on the same day. Recall that Judge Jeffrey Gilbert of the United States District Court had on Tuesday, September 19, ordered Chicago State University to release Tinubu's records to Atiku as part of an ongoing election petition proceeding in Nigeria. The judge said the records must be turned over to Atiku, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on September 21st. Gilbert said that Tinubu weakened his education privacy rights when he submitted a contentious certificate to run for office in 2022. He also added that the opposition candidate's election petition, in which the records he sought would be used, far outweighed Tinubu's privacy interest because he himself exposed his record to public scrutiny by submitting a controversial diploma to INEC, knowing the political stakes of other contenders. Bang, bang. So the two ended here now be saying, so Tinubu got talking about degree certificate in Chicago State University. Meanwhile, Tinubu submitted diploma certificate from the same Chicago State University to the INEC for registration to run for presidency. So the thing here is there are a lot of discrepancies, and that is why Tinubu is now running helter-skelter to stop the case. He has been trying since, but he has not succeeded. I just hope he does not succeed, because this means that he has a case of perjury, a case of forgery to answer. He has forged the certificate, and that is why the people, the authorities of Chicago State University said they know that one Bola A. Tinubu attended the university. But what they cannot confirm is, or what they cannot validate, is the certificate that Tinubu submitted to INEC to run for presidency, that they can't validate that. So it means that there is information discrepancy here. What Tinubu submitted to the INEC is different from what CSU has. And meanwhile, the document CSU has is referring to a female and not a male. So there are a lot of things to be taken out there, but I think the integrity of Chicago State University is on the line now. They just need to clean up their image by showing the right thing now. Otherwise, they are likely going to be dragged into the mud as well. Okay. So there are a few comments here from a few individuals. Someone say, Atiku, you are just wasting your stolen money. Can you imagine? This is not about stolen money now. It's about knowing the truth immediately. If you say it's stolen money, go and prove it, sue him to court. That is it. Someone said there should be no hindrance with the request for the release of the sale record under normal circumstances. Exactly. After all, when you apply to a university or when you apply for a job, the organization you're applying to can ask for your transcript from the school you finished. So are you going to say the school should not release your transcript to the organization that's employing you? Nigerians are employing Tinubu, and Nigerians are saying, let's see your qualification you're using to take this job, and compare and verify. This is certificate verification. This is accreditation to validate that what you submitted to us to take this job is exactly what you have. And now you are stopping it from happening, meaning that there is something to be suspected, meaning that you would have submitted a fake document and you don't want people to know. So you cannot get the job on a fake document. Okay? So that is just similar thing that we're facing here. So I say, which one do we believe? US has become a country of scammers. Exactly. From what I see here, it is simply muzzle flexing by both parties. It has nothing to do with the authenticity of Tinubu's academic record, but just to prove to Atiku that he can also not have his way so easily into the president's record as he so desires. It is a mind game, and we are just enjoying it. Can you imagine? It's more than mind game. Oh. It's more than mind game. It's more than mind game. Somebody say factory picking right off. Oh yeah, come out and back as Caesar. Definitely Tinubu has a lot of skeleton in his cupboard. Exactly. A selfish man who doesn't want the success and progress of Nigeria. So people are just, trying to support what is not. If you are taking up a job, you must submit genuine certificates, and the certificates will be verified. Your transcript will be requested. So if you can't get them, then it means that you don't have what you are presenting. That is impersonation. You are not whom you present yourself to be. Somebody said this is how the Western capitalist countries destroy Africa to their selfish interests. Exactly. School certificate is the minimum requirement at INEC. It's better to have genuine school set than Oluwole PhD certificate, Abi, and that is it. Because if you have nothing and can do the job, come forward. It is allowed. Buhari was dragged over WASC result for 8 years. Now Tinubu continued. Instead of Atiku to start planning for another failure in 2027, he is looking for a certificate in Chicago. Don't worry. We must know the integrity of somebody that is leading us. Credentials of many people is free in different companies and organizations all over the world. Is visible. There is nothing your enemies can do with your credential record. The reason certificate is issued for a graduate is to confirm and produce for verification anywhere is required. Exactly. Someone say, what on earth are they afraid of? I thought they said they are clean and have nothing to hide. Let the academic record be made public enough. Okay, enough of this hide and seek game. APC come out clean for once from GMB to BAT. You people are worse than PDP. So thank you for listening. That is what we have. Tinubu is still fighting to ensure that the certificate is not released by Chicago State University to avoid an irreparable damage to his personality. Already, his personality is already damaged because he has no primary school, he has no secondary school. He said he went to Chicago State University and then he got a degree, but at INEC he submitted a diploma. Now, wow. And the name that we have there belongs to a female in Chicago State University. Meanwhile, he's a male. We need to know what is happening here. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this Tinubu saga in the US. The saga continues.